special coverage from the Birmingham Games. We are on the 4th day of the Games and we are talking about India's success in a sport that you may not have heard about in some time now, the sport of lawn ball. It was introduced in India back in 2010 during the Delhi Commonwealth Games, and in 12 years' time, it has shown enormous promise, and now it is ready to give us a medal in this Commonwealth Games. In fact, the women's falls team, they have reached the finals of the lawn ball event. You will hear the names of Pinky, Rupa, Lovely, and Nan Moni now for a very, very long time. The Indian lawn balls women's falls team, they have scripted history by reaching the final of the Commonwealth Games 2020 event by beating New Zealand 16-13. The Indian team of Rupa Rani Tirke, Lovely Chaube, Pinky and Nan Moni Saikia beat New Zealand by 16-13 after 15 ends. India will play South Africa in the final tomorrow at 4:15 p.m. Indian Standard Time. India was trailing 12-13 going into the final end. However, Pinky and Nan Moni brought India back into the contest with a couple of good attempts, and Tirke's final attempt earned India 4 points, which ensured India its first ever medal in the sport. So a lot to talk about tomorrow on the sport of lawn ball, which is only a Commonwealth sport. It is yet to get its entry in Asian Games and the Olympic Games, but this is not the only medal expected from lawn balls. Perhaps the men's team that has had a big win against England, the men's pair team that has had a big win against England, might also go on to win a medal. So few more wins are expected from the lawn ball team. Let's also talk about our big win from the boxing ring. Boxer Amit Pangal today won his first bout. In the first round, he has got a bye, but in the next round, he won, storming into the quarterfinals. Amit Pangal beat Narmi Berry of Vanuatu by a 5-0 unanimous decision. His speed makes him unplayable, and Berry was unable to figure the Indian pugilist, who lost. He lost all the 3 rounds. The Indian thus moved to quarters after a dominating 5-0 win. It has been all about the weightlifters at this edition of the Commonwealth Games so far. As many as 6 medals have been won by the Indian weightlifting team. India narrowly missed out a medal this morning. The Indian weightlifter ended in the 4th place, but already 3 gold medals have come from the Indian team, taking the team's tally, taking Indian team to the 6th position as of now. Achinta Sheuli from West Bengal was the one who got India a gold medal last night, and he tells us his story. So the 3rd gold medal coming from weightlifting, and I have the gold medalist with me, Achinta Sheuli from Bengal. Achinta, you're also an army man. Jeremy also an army man today, winning 2 gold medals. It's a big, big moment. पर हमें बताइए कि ये जो मोमेंट आया, ये आपके लिए आसान नहीं था। मलेशिया में आपको बहुत टफ फाइट दे रहे थे।
मैम, आसान तो नहीं था, मैंने आसान कर दिया क्योंकि मैंने सेकंड लिफ्ट गिरा दिया, जिसकी वजह से उन्होंने टफ फाइट दे रहा था। मुझे भी पता था कि मैं अगर करता तो कोई ऐसे पकड़ना मुश्किल नहीं था, मतलब नामुमकिन नहीं था उनके लिए।
अच्छा, जब आप सेकंड लिफ्ट आपने गिरा दिया, अंदर गए, तो विजय सर आपको कुछ कह रहे थे और आप बहुत गौर से उनको सुन रहे थे। क्या कह रहे थे आपको?
मुझे समझ आ रहा था कि हमने बहुत वर्क किया है, उसको मुझे इजी करके दिखा, उससे बेटर करके दिखा। जितना वर्क भी किया है ना, उससे बेटर करके दिखा, मुझे ही समझ आ रहा था। तो मैंने कोशिश किया, तो मैंने उधर में फॉल्ट ठीक कर रहा था, वो मुझे समझा कि हमने ये फॉल्ट किस लिए गिरा, तो अभी मैंने उसको सही करके दिखा। मुझे चैलेंज दिया, कम करके दिखाया।
ये जो मेडल आया आज, ये आपकी ज़िंदगी कितनी बदल गई?
मुझे हर तरफ से, मतलब स्टेट से भी और मेरा सेंटर से भी, आर्मी से और मेरा टॉप्स का लोगों में बहुत हेल्प मिला है मुझे उधर से। तो सभी तरह से मेरा जो स्पॉन्सरशिप है, उन लोग भी मुझे बहुत हेल्प किया है। उन लोग का थैंक यू बोलना चाहता हूँ, बाकी उन लोग हेल्प करता रहेगा धीरे।
अचिंतो, एक वक्त था जब मम्मी ने टेलरिंग करके आपका घर चलाया और आपने भी साथ में शायद मम्मी को टेलरिंग में हेल्प किया। उन दिनों के बारे में हमें बताइए कि कितनी मुश्किल थी।
मैम अभी तो मम्मी वो काम मैंने छुड़वा दिया बहुत दिन हो गया, लेकिन उसमें क्या होता है कि मिट्टी के ऊपर बैठ के, क्योंकि इस लेवल में होता था वो, मतलब छोटा नी के लेवल में, तो उधर में बैठ के दो मतलब मम्मी तो करता था सुबह से लेकर रात तक, कितना घंटा हो जाता बैठे बैठे।
और आप भी टेलरिंग करते थे?
मैं भी करता था, कमर का तो पूरा हालत हो जाता था, तो 2 घंटा लगे रहना पड़ता था सुबह शाम।
तो ये मेडल क्या मम्मी को डेडिकेट करेंगे, किसको देंगे आप ये मेडल?
मेरा भैया को।
क्यों?
भैया को और वो सब लोग को, क्योंकि मैंने मुझे हमेशा सपोर्ट करता है, वो हर चीज़ में समझा, कोई भी चीज़ में समझाता रहता था, और वो सब तो है ही पीछे जो मुझे भगाता रहता था आगे जानने के लिए।
अचिंतो, आप के जो रूममेट संकेत, उनका पहले मेडल आ गया था, उनका मेडल आने के बाद आप पर कुछ प्रेशर हुआ?
हाँ, प्रेशर तो हुआ है मैम, क्योंकि उसका बॉडी भी टेंशन खत्म हो गया, रूम में आके खाता रहता है, मुझे स्मेल भी आता था
और आप नहीं खा पाए पिछले 24 घंटे?
हाँ जी, तो वो भी मतलब थोड़ा इंजरी है हुआ है, तो उसका दुखी है, बाकी तो उसका मेडल आ गया था उससे।
आप बेहद खुश होंगे उसके मेडल से। और टीम में कैसा माहौल है?
हाँ जी मैम, टीम में तो बहुत, मतलब दीदी का मेडल आ गया, फर्स्ट गोल्ड, फिर चेलनी का आ गया, फिर मेरा आ गया। मैंने जो सोच के आया, तो प्लान चल रहा सही।
तो वन लास्ट क्वेश्चन, जब घर जाएंगे मम्मी को क्या बनाने के लिए बोलेंगे, क्या खाना है कि भालो लागे खेते?
मम्मी को ऐसे पूछता है कि क्या खाना, मम्मी भी ऐसा सोचती है कि अच्छा खिलाओ, मुझे तो ऐसी चीज़ में इधर सब जगह तो मैं अच्छा खाता रहता हूँ, मुझे ऐसे कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं है अच्छा खाने में। मैं तो बोलूँगा नारियल का राइस होता है उसको खाने के लिए तो बोलूँगा।
चलिए, आप घर जाइए, मजा करिए एंड प्रिपेयर वेल फॉर द ओलंपिक्स बिकॉज यू आर अ वेरी बिग प्रॉस्पेक्ट। थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर टॉकिंग टू अस। The sport of weightlifting has given us medals for the last few editions of the Commonwealth Games as well as in Olympics. You saw Mirabai Chanu strike the silver medal as well. However, this was a sport that was mired in controversies. There were lots of talk about doping, indiscipline. With the coming of their new coach, Vijay Shekhar Sharma, there has been a phenomenal turnaround in this sport. That has led to so many weightlifters right now, one after another, winning medals at the Commonwealth Games. Now, what really has he done with this team, this bunch of young 20, 25-year-olds that has now given this phenomenal result? Listen to Ajay Singh, who had his event this morning. He's also an army man. He was lifting. He had entered in the 81 kilogram category. He was one of the gold medal favorites. Couldn't win a medal today. He finished in the 4th spot. However, Ajay still remains one of the best prospects for India. Listen to him, what he says about the turnaround and how it happened in Indian weightlifting.
जब से विजय सर आए हैं चीफ को, तब से काफी इम्प्रूवमेंट हो गया है। तो मैंने भी कैंप में आके बहुत इम्प्रूवमेंट किया है। वैसे तो मैं आर्मी स्पोर्ट्स इंस्टीट्यूट में ट्रेनिंग करता हूँ, पर जब से मैं 2015 से कैंप में हूँ, तो उसके बाद में विजय सर ने काफी ध्यान दिया है। और उसके बाद में मैंने अपना पर्सनल बेस्ट जो था 190 मैंने ट्रेनिंग में किया था, और मैंने स्टेज पे भी 190 किया था, और मैंने 5 रिकॉर्ड तोड़े थे कॉमनवेल्थ के और नेशनल के। देखो, पहले अनुशासन में, एक अच्छे स्पोर्ट्समैन बनने के लिए पहले अनुशासन में होना बहुत जरूरी है।
While we are expecting some more results coming in from TT and badminton later in the day, but the big story of the morning so far has been lawn ball, a sport that has not been very prominent so far because it's been introduced in India only 12 years ago. And now, in these 12 years, there has been a phenomenal growth of the sport, leading it to the podium this morning. The Indian women force team, they have assured the country of at least a silver medal. They are going to be playing their gold medal match against South Africa tomorrow. You will hear the names of Pinky, Rupa, Lovely and Nayanmoni more often now, because they have created history this morning. I am joined at this hour by Sunaina Kumari, who's been the former president of the federation and really instrumental in getting the sport to India. Sunaina, many, many congratulations to you and the fraternity. You pretty much brought the sport to India. In 2010, no one believed in the power of lawn bowls, and today it is giving India a medal. How big is the moment? Tell us.
So yeah, thank you for this. But I just want to first correct that Dr. D.R. Saini is the president of the Bowling Federation of India. I'm the deputy president of the Asian Bowls, but I think he's unavailable right now, so that's why I'm talking on his behalf and the Bowling Federation of India's behalf. It's a very, very, very proud moment for all of us. It's been a long journey, but it's been a fabulous journey. Winning against Australia is absolutely outstanding. The match today was, it was brilliant. It was just brilliant. Today, their match was amazing. Yesterday, we had the pairs of the boys who beat England. It was unbelievable. The performances, the way the team is actually playing this time is, I really don't have words to describe this, but I'm so, so proud. And we know we've got a couple of other events coming up. We have the finals tomorrow at 11:50 UK time. So, so we're hoping, let's see, we get the goal. It will be mind-blowing.
Sunaina, please tell us a little bit about these girls.
So we've got players. There are a lot of our players who've been there with us since the start also. We've got from the fours, we have two girls from Jharkhand, Lovely and Rupa. We've got one from Delhi, Pinky, and we've got one from Assam, Nayan. They've been fabulous players. They've been with us since, since literally day one. And, they've been practicing. We've had the camp going on which the Federation had organized here in Yamuna Sports Complex in Delhi. So they've been there for over 3 months practicing. It's been actually there, you can see that the efforts have really shown now. And
about the sport. One last thing about the sport. I was looking at the team and reading up about them. Lovely isn't particularly a young person. She's in her 40s. So while you don't need to be in your teens and 20s to play this sport, I would imagine what you need is skill and concentration. Am I right?
Absolutely right. So when we got into lawn bowling, I think we were one of the only countries which had all the younger players. Otherwise, in the 2010 Commonwealth Games, we had our players who were like 17, 18, playing against like New Zealand and Scotland and all who were like above 70s. So you don't need there's no age. It's exactly skill and hand movement. So our players have really taken off. In fact, I think after seeing India, Malaysia have also got youngsters. Now nearly all the countries have turned it around and got a lot of youngsters. So we in fact started with Dr. Saini being the principal of DPS Archipuram and in our federation. We started with the youngsters. So we said, we'll turn the entire game around. So it's been amazing. So it's more of a hand and skill movement. You don't really need, the age is not too much of any kind of a bar. So you'll see a lot of different age groups. It's very interesting.
Sunaina, as someone who brought the sport to India and opened India to the possibilities of lawn ball, this is a proud moment for you, for all of us. And we'll keep talking to you when the medal comes, whether it's a silver or a gold, irrespective of the color of the medal, it'll still be a very, very big moment for India. Thank you very much for joining us on this special broadcast. Well, that's all I could bring to you from the badminton and the boxing arena at NEC right now. I'll keep giving you all the updates from the games. Do keep tuning on to NDTV 24/7 for all the coverage on the Commonwealth Games. Time for a very tiny break on the show. Lots more on the other side with Osama. Stay tuned.
Welcome to another side of Britain.
A side where we discover new flavours on every street corner.
Where we take good times to new heights.
And where ways to get around are limited only by our sense of adventure.
In 2022, come and join us for an unmissable year of celebration.
So get ready to explore different every day.